The factory rat from the model factory. I want to do an update on the Revell 172nd Space Shuttle. It's update number 3. Here's the kit we used. Also, I was going to mention, if you get this kit, they'll have a decal on the front that says it has a mission patch, and this is the mission patch that you get. So I thought that was kind of cool bonus in there. And I looked up this mission. I guess this was a 1988 mission, and it's classified as a defense mission. So that was what the patch was for. Here's a kind of cool picture. Let me turn these lights off. I can get a little bit better picture of it. This is a poster of the shuttle, and I thought it was kind of cool. It shows basically what the setup was, and you have the lower part here. It goes through this tube into the space lab, and so that's kind of cool to see the inside of the space lab, and see kind of how they got it set up. This area's got like some containers, storage for some of the, I think, the experiments that they did, because they use these they got 2 arms, 1 arm on each side, 2 arms to take the experiments out. And here's your telescope we'll look at here in a minute, and then here's that antenna. So I guess they built 6 space shuttles over the years, and I guess 2 of them were destroyed, the Challenger and the Columbia, and one of them was never really meant, never was meant to go into space. I guess it was maybe like a mock-up or prototype or something. So then I guess there's like 4 shuttles still left in different museums. So here's the original decal sheet, and because it was like 20 years old, it was kind of cracked and dry rotted, so we really weren't able to use much on it. But there was some things on this sheet that we needed. We did order the Warbird decals, and I did put a lot of the decals on the space shuttle last couple days. But I'll show you here in a second what we did. They have these here, which can go, they can mount on here. These tiles, they're a little dirtier than, if you did that, you'd have to like kind of weather it up to match the kind of the beiges and stuff like that, the off-whites. So I'm not sure if we're going to use that yet. We still have to pick a name out for the shuttle. So we're going to pick out one of these names. And, if you build this shuttle, one of these shuttles, you kind of have to figure out, what shuttle you're going to do. And there's a lot of different variations over the years of different shuttles, different missions. They made a lot of changes along the way. So, just depends on which one you want to do, and how accurate you want to be, of course. But all these are like the hinges that go on the side. It'd be like up in here. Still got to put them on. So a lot of the decals are done. These go down around the bottom, where the doors are for the wheels and the flight gear and all that. But yeah, let's take a look at the shuttle and show you what I got done so far. And we did a lot of painting, a lot of masking. We got some of the decals on here. these Warbird decals are real nice. They're thin, they lay down good, which with the texture on this on the side of the shuttle, you know, it's important that these are thin and they lay down nice and smooth. You just have to be careful. They do, since they are thin, they will kind of roll up on themselves, curl up. So you kind of just got to make sure you wet down your surface, and then you know, when you go to take it off the sheet, just kind of make sure you line it up and you slide it right off the card right onto the shuttle itself, and then, you know, just kind of work it out, like keep it wet. And if you pull on them too hard, they will crack and they'll split. So, but they're nice once they're done. You can't really see that they are a decal. They almost look like they're painted on, so I mean, that's a really good thing. So let me get I don't know if this light's very good in here tonight. Get a little picture of I left this door closed so we can see this side. I still have some more. I made a goof on this side when I masked it off. I masked it off. I did the I did this mask off, and I was supposed to have the skinny black stripe was supposed to go across here too, but when I masked it, I messed up and I didn't get that piece, so I got to go back over and do this stripe black. There's also a stripe that goes across the nose. Let's see here. See if I can get a picture of it. Yeah, zoom in on this here. See, there's a skinny stripe that goes across the nose. So we're gonna have to do that one. Focus on this. What we ended up doing, because they had decals to they had individual, like these decals to go around the windows, and I knew these were going to be a problem if I put them on. So what I did is I cut them out and then I laid them on the window, and I had a pencil and I drew around the shape of the black part, and then I went back, I masked it all off, and then I painted it. We're gonna have to do some touch up on this yet, but so that turned out okay. It's a little shiny, it needs to be dulled down a little, but I used the same paint as I used for the black part on the hull. And here's I did the same thing with this door here. I took this decal, I laid it on there, I traced around it, and then I just maxed off that area so we can get the same shape. I did the gray. I had to remask off the whole thing and do the gray edge on here. And I did get this decal on the top of the wing. I didn't do the other side because I got to go over there. I'm still going to have to mask off, and I don't want to take a chance on messing up the decal. Let me see if I can open this up with one hand. These doors go in a couple different positions, but I did put some get some light over here. I did put some decals on the Space Lab itself. We got this decal here, and I did a decal on each side too. And then there's another one on the back I did. They had, the picture I seen, they had both these two decals on the same end. Sorry about all moving around, trying to get some better light here. But they had both of the decals on the same end, and I thought it looked better just to have one on each end, so it might not be accurate, but I just thought it looked better that way. Here's, let's see here. See, these can go in different positions. There's two parts to this this here. I made it so that the back part's kind of glued down, and then the front ones you can move it. You can adjust it back and forth. So this front one kind of hinges off the back one. There's a hinge point right there. So I also did some more paint work to the interior. I put the camera. I got the camera up there. See if I can focus in on that. It's actually like a gray. This light's doing more harm than it is good. Turn that one off for a minute. But yeah, we did some little bit of paint work in here. Here is, where are we going? Trying to do this. Here's our telescope, which I talked about. We kind of did a reflective piece inside there to give it a little bit better look. Here is the really zoomed in here. Here's the top part of the shuttle. There's a couple decals on this. Around the windows. If you do this decal from Warbird, it's one piece, and I didn't notice this till I went to put it on, but these windows pieces weren't separated far enough. So I actually, when I wetted, I actually had to cut this in half with a razor blade so that these two windows would line up. So if you do this kit, keep that in mind. You might want to cut those two windows. You can see where the reflection is there. That's where I had to cut it and space it apart that much. So if you do this kit, keep that in mind. Just a quick look at the interior in case people haven't seen that. So yeah, there's also these 3 dots on the top are decals, and then I just kind of painted the other ones in. There's actually, let's see here, there's actually some thrusters on the bottom. I did paint these cones here, and I used the silver pencil to give a little bit of a metallic look to the outside, those rings right here. So I'm still going to work on that a little bit more, make them a little more silver. I got these mounted in here right now, but I think they showed on the model itself. They said, you know, you could paint them white, the back part white. See on here, everything's white. Instructions, it says white, but I was looking at a lot of reference pictures, and actually a lot of this back part in here is actually like black, and then some of it is white, some of it's black. So I guess maybe it depends on the shuttle, but I'm thinking about maybe going in there and painting some of that black. I think it would look better, so I might end up taking these off and going back in there and darkening it up a little bit. I think it would, maybe it'd look a little bit better. So I might do that. Here's the just give you a good quick peek of this. I did use the lacquer for like a base to so that the plastic wouldn't get etched by the Krylon paint that I used. I don't know if I would recommend that. I mean, it's not too bad. I did have some places where the paint did peel up, and I did touch up, but it wasn't too bad as long as you're careful with your masking. You don't get too aggressive on your adhesive on your masking tape. But you know, you always have some bleed through, you know, with the lines here because of the texturing. So you kind of go back and clean that up. I really should have probably put some clear in between the layers of tape. I should have probably shot like a dull coat or something to kind of fill in that line so it'd be a little bit crisper. It might have turned out a little bit better, but it wasn't real bad. Just have to go back and touch that up. That'll be okay. Oh, I did actually paint the nose too. There's actually a decal that goes in between the black and the gray there. That'll clean that up, make a nice straight line. So we got to put that decal back on yet. Let's see. Let me close this up real quick. I don't know if I showed the bottom of this before. I guess I did. But yeah, these doors here I'm gonna open up, and I gotta put the decals on the edges of those yet. So we're gonna be doing that. Let's see. There's another little decal right there put on. So yeah, we've been pretty busy with the painting and the masking, letting the stuff dry, and doing all that stuff. But coming along pretty good. Oh, I also did. Let me show you this guy here. Also did the working on the little astronaut here. We did the gold on the shield, on his helmet, and they show on this box here that the astronaut on the arm, and it doesn't come with anything to actually do that. So I was kind of looking into maybe making a little bit of a mount for him to be able to go on the arm. So I'm looking into that, see if we can't make that work. And also, let me see, let me turn this around here. I think this panel I'm going to paint black too, this back piece here. Especially the bottom has to be black for sure. I think I'm going to do the whole thing black. But I was using this as kind of a test area, doing some powders, seeing what would look good to kind of grungy this up a little bit and kind of weather it. So, like, especially if we want to use this here on the side of those pods, you know, we're gonna have to kind of blend it in, kind of dirty it up around there. So I don't know, it's a lot of weathering, so you know, I don't know if I'm gonna go that route or not, but it's a possibility. Definitely probably weather this up and dirty it up a little bit. I mean, you know, all the shuttles, once they do have a mission under their belt, I mean, the heat and all that starts to, you know, darken everything up. And once they're just taken off for the first mission, they're not going to be pristine white, you know. So we're gonna have to look at that, figure out what level of weathering we want to do. What else? Oh, it's kind of a long video, but it's kind of a big model, and it's a lot to go over. But I just want to say thanks for watching, and we'll do another update on this as we make some more progress. And thank you, and bye.